Hi YouTube, Watch It By here with another video. In my last video, I went over the famous retro Casio calculator watch, and in this one, I'm going to cover another well-known Casio classic with a cult following of its own. That's the Casio model AE1200WH-1A, also known as the Casio Royale. From what I can tell, it first came out in 2012. And currently these can be had for $20 on Amazon. One could make the case that this watch is still the ultimate value travel watch. You're getting a lot for $20 here with features like 5 alarms, world time for 48 cities across 31 time zones, a timer, stopwatch, 100 meters of water resistance, a backlight, and a 10-year battery. Inside it's got a Casio module 3299 that uses a CR2025 battery. This quartz module has a stated accuracy of plus or minus 30 seconds a month instead of the more commonly seen 15 seconds a month. There is also a silver version of this watch that comes on a famously cheap Casio metal bracelet if you want to spend $10 more. For me, I'd rather have this simpler black version though. It has a case size of almost 40 millimeters, a lug-to-lug distance of 44.6 millimeters, thickness is 12.5 millimeters, and it has a lug width of only 18 millimeters. I feel it's a good size, and I'm glad Casio didn't make this watch too small. Here it is next to another retro Casio digital and a newer 42 millimeter Seiko. It looks to have a flat acrylic crystal with beveled edges covering the dial. And underneath the watch is a stainless steel case back, and it has 4 well-sized metal pushers, but otherwise the watch is all resin material. Note how the metal pushers are slightly angled as they leave the case. The black resin strap sort of has a dive style look to it, and I find it's comfortable to wear. It tapers from 23.5 millimeters to 17 millimeters and comes with a plastic buckle. I think it goes well with the watch, so I don't have any plans on switching it out, but I do know some people opt for aftermarket straps made especially to fit this watch, such as these Vario leather straps, which, by the way, costs more than the watch. The face of the watch is the most interesting aspect of this model. It's divided into 4 sections, with the top left being a digital version of an analog clock with ticking seconds. Top right is a small rectangular section simply to show if you have an alarm set or if the watch has been muted. Then below is a really cool map of the globe that highlights your current time zone. Then at the bottom is the main timekeeping positive LCD display. The only color this watch has is the red 10-year battery wording at the bottom of the dial. Otherwise, all wording is done in white. The words world time is seen at the top of the case and illuminator at the bottom. Speaking of the illuminator, I got a dose of nostalgia when I first turned on the backlight, as that orange glow brought back memories. You can tell that the light source is coming from the bottom corners, but it does a good job at lighting up all 4 sections. So I know this watch has already been well covered on YouTube and online, but for me it's new. I had heard of it, of course, and I kind of wanted to find out why so many people like owning this watch. I think for me it's because it's practical, super inexpensive, and a bit odd. I say that because you don't really need the digital hour and minute hands, or the alarm mute section for that matter, which I probably would have done away with in order to make the world map a bit larger. Do you really need 5 alarms or to know the time in 48 cities across the world? Maybe not, but it's there if you do. Many watch consumers have come to appreciate Casio's designs, and just like the calculator watch and the F91W, this Royale is a must-have in any retro Casio collection. By the way, I don't know why this watch is nicknamed the Royale, but it sounds pretty cool. I feel this watch is still relevant in 2023, and even for a non-watch collector, this would be a fine casual everyday watch. That's going to be it for this video. If you found it helpful or interesting, feel free to leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. Of course, I wanted to thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in another video.